The wind howled through the trees, carrying with it the bitter chill of the approaching winter. The sun had long since sunk below the horizon, leaving a canvas of darkness across the landscape. I stood before the grand entrance of Willowbrook Manor, a sprawling Victorian mansion that loomed ominously against the night sky. The promise of a secluded retreat had drawn me to this place, an Airbnb tucked away in the heart of the countryside. Little did I know, this would be a night that etched itself into the deepest recesses of my memory. As I stepped into the dimly lit foyer, a shiver ran down my spine. The air felt heavy, as if laden with secrets from ages past. The polished marble floors were cool beneath my feet, and the walls were adorned with portraits of stern-faced individuals who seemed to follow my every move with their painted eyes. The flickering candles that lined the hallway cast dancing shadows that seemed almost alive. The owner of the manor, a reclusive woman named Mrs. Thornwood, had assured me that I would be the only guest for the night. She had handed me an old-fashioned skeleton key, worn smooth from years of use, and led me to my room on the second floor. The narrow staircase creaked underfoot as we ascended, and I couldn't shake the feeling that we were not alone in the house. My room was a blend of faded elegance and eerie charm. Heavy velvet curtains framed the tall windows, and an antique four-poster bed dominated the center of the room. A crackling fire in the ornate fireplace cast a warm glow, but the room still seemed to exude a frigid aura. I unpacked my belongings, trying to shake off the unease that had settled over me like a shroud. As the night deepened, I found myself unable to sleep. The wind outside had grown into a symphony of eerie howls, and each gust seemed to carry with it a distant whisper. I attributed my restlessness to the unfamiliar surroundings and tried to focus on the rhythmic ticking of the antique clock on the wall. Yet every time I closed my eyes, I felt as though unseen eyes were watching me, and the air itself seemed to vibrate with a suppressed energy. Unable to ignore my growing unease, I decided to explore the manor. The hallway outside my room was bathed in an ethereal glow from the moonlight streaming through the windows. I followed the corridor, my footsteps echoing softly in the silence. It was then that I heard it, the faintest of whispers, like the rustling of leaves in the wind. Turning a corner, I came face to face with a portrait of a woman. She was beautiful, with raven black hair cascading down her shoulders and piercing blue eyes that seemed to pierce through me. Her lips were parted as if she were about to speak, and I could almost hear her voice in my mind. "Help me," the voice whispered, and a shiver ran down my spine. I stumbled back, my heart racing, and turned to leave, but the whispers grew louder, swirling around me like a haunting melody. I followed the sound, my steps guided by an unseen force until I found myself before a door at the end of the hallway. The handle felt cold in my hand as I turned it, revealing a small, dimly lit room. Inside, the air was heavy with a musty scent, and my eyes were drawn to an old wooden rocking chair that swayed gently as if moved by invisible hands. In the corner, a vanity mirror stood, its surface tarnished with age. And there, reflected in the glass, was the same woman from the portrait, the same piercing blue eyes, the same parted lips. "Help me," she pleaded again, her voice echoing in the confines of the room. I stumbled back, my heart pounding, and rushed out of the room, slamming the door behind me. The whispers continued to follow me, growing louder and more urgent with each step. I descended the staircase, the flickering candles casting grotesque shadows on the walls. The paintings seemed to come alive, their eyes fixated on me as I passed. I burst through the front door, gasping for breath as the night air enveloped me. The wind was still, the whispers gone. As I turned to look back at Willowbrook Manor, I could have sworn I saw a figure in the window, a woman with raven black hair and piercing blue eyes. To this day, I cannot shake the feeling that I had walked in the footsteps of a ghostly tragedy. The memory of those haunting whispers lingers, a chilling reminder that some secrets are better left undisturbed, and some places are best left unexplored. Willowbrook Manor, with its whispering walls and spectral inhabitants, will forever remain a chapter of my life shrouded in mystery and fear.